You really can.
Thank
You
you.
know, and like I said, your numbers speak for themselves.
Thank you.
You know, for the things that you've been able to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you really, like I said, you put the game out there for everybody.
So,
You
we
know.
got a few new books coming out now. In October, we have To Live and Die in Harlem, which is the sequel to Push. And in November, we have Lady First. Lady First is about an older woman and a younger man. She's a retired actress. He was bagging groceries at the local supermarket until she bagged him. And then, of course, in February, we have Triple Threat coming out in mass print also. So that'll be in Walmart and all your local bookstores. But the book that's out now, that's just about a month old, is Derelict. That's the book that I brought to 50 Cent. He loves it. Everybody loves the book. It's about it's experience. I served 7 years in prison, and this is about a guy who serves a significant amount of time in prison, and he leaves with a chip on his shoulders, but he also has a stalker on his back. There was a relationship that he had in prison with a prison psychologist, and she sort of doesn't want to let it go at that. She wants to continue on. Whereas he just basically was doing it for tension relief.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she wants a little more than that. So it's a beastly novel, and I hope your listeners grab it.
Oh yeah, like I said, I have my listeners are dedicated, and they definitely go out and support. I get a lot of emails back from my listeners that tell me, hey, I went and picked up so and so's book. So you definitely got to go out to, to the Walmarts, your Borders, Walden, Barnes & Noble, and definitely pick up Relentless Aaron books.
Thank you so much.
Definitely get out there, buy a book for yourself and 2 or 3 of your friends.
And let me tell you, I was trained to speak for a living. So now I speak at schools, I speak at events throughout the country. I also train and consult authors, and I consult other publishers, as well as I write books for other people too. So I do all of that as my business. But then also on top of that, having been trained by one of the best speakers in the world, Les Brown, he left me with like this poem that he encouraged me to share with others, and I hope you want to hear it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you want a thing bad enough, go out and fight for it. Work day and night for it. Give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. If all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it, and fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all opposition, you can get what you want in this lifetime. There's no stopping you. Go for what you want. If I did it in prison, you can do it on the streets. Trust me.
Oh no, man, that's powerful stuff. And I wish everybody, heard that and just understood what that was about.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you could do it, we all can.
That's right.
If you could do it, we all can. And
just stop following people. Start doing your own thing. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
We're a community of conformists. We are following one another, and we have to stop being followers and start pursuing our passions to be leaders.
Oh yeah, which brings me to my last point I wanted to bring up to you, was that with the street lit game right now, a lot of people are saying that the same story is being told again and again and again.
That's because they're reading the same books. I mean, they're reading the same authors. They're reading the same publishers. They can't say that about me. Every time I meet a new potential reader, they tell me, oh, man, I'm tired of this stuff. Wait, when you talk about this stuff, you talking about my books? You can't be talking about my books because my books ain't this stuff. I'm not grouped in with other authors. I'm a step outside of the box. I write psychodramas. I write urban thrillers, action dramas. I do write crime stories. I've written one drug book. That is The Last Kingpin, and it's called The Last Kingpin for a reason. Okay, you can't do any better than this book. This is the Bible as it relates to the illicit drug industry, and on top of that, I've of course, I got some romance and some erotica. I can't be pigeonholed to being like just a street lit author. Of course, it's catchy for people to say, okay, you're the hip-hop king of literature, you're the street author, da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, I'm multi-dimensional. I can't be pigeonholed to be, one-dimensional. Like I said, my experience reaches far and wide. So, I challenge anyone to call me the average street author. And it's not because of a typo that makes you a street author. It's because of your delivery, and you have to really know point of view. You have to have a plot. Yeah, I mean, there's people that are writing testimonials out there, and that's all good. It's flooding the marketplace. A lot of the testimonials, I did this, I sold this, I did this time, I came home and I was successful. I mean, and that's all good. To each his own. They make their money, keeps people out of the street, keeps bread on the table. But at the end of the day, I don't have hit books. I'm a hit writer.
I feel you.
I'm a hit writer.